Welcome to my channel. My name is Jing. I am AI startup founder. I use this channel as a space to capture my unfiltered experiences as I build my own startup. So if you want to learn about the real life of startup founder, please hit subscribe. Today, I would like to talk about the topic of why it takes longer as people initially hoped on building AI native applications. ChatGPT was released at the end of 2022. When it came out, it took the world by storm. People thought it would be very soon there would be a lot of AI native applications building on top of large language models. It turns out it is much slower than people hoped. 2 years has passed since the initial launch. Although there's some interesting development in AI coding spaces, overall, the application layer hasn't have a lot of progress as people hoped. Why that happens? I think there's two reasons. The first is from the technical side. Large language model is a step change of AI models. Previously, in order to get AI models, you need to have prepared training data and you actually have to train. With large language models, startup founders are able to build AI components without actually training any models. They can do it by just doing it on top of the LLM APIs. This is a good thing for getting components started or building demo, but at the same time, because large language models is a black box, and it is very hard for startup founders to use their data to improve the model furthermore, it becomes a problem for people who want to build an application that actually has a moat. So it turns out there's a lot of people building AI applications, but they couldn't prevent the competitors or copycats from doing the same thing as they do. So this is one of the reasons. The second reason is that there is a conflict of the nature of this new technology with the philosophy of the product building that people have learned in the past decade as they build for mobile internet. Now, in the mobile internet area, the key product format is app. And the app is designed based on two assumptions. The first assumption is that they are building based on the philosophy that there's one app for one functionality. The second assumption for the app building is that it relies on software programming paradigm, which is very reliable and deterministic. In this way, product managers can understand deeply the user needs and break it down into a very fine-grained procedure and then turn them into a software program which runs very well and reliably. However, those assumptions doesn't work for large language models. First of all, large language models has not been very good at solving a particular problem. Its really strengths coming from the capability of solving many problems well at the same time. So this university is really the strengths of large language models. However, this is against the product building philosophy. The second thing is that large language model inherently is probabilistic, so it is very hard to put it in guardrails and make the program behavior to be deterministic. In fact, it's against the nature of the model. So people have been struggling about how to find a balance between the nature of the large language models and the product buildings. Overall, I think those two reasons are the reasons why it takes longer for people to build AI native applications. Given that said, I think there's a lot of interesting development happening. The first thing is that there are more and more technologies for large language models to learn through the data. And the second thing is that overall the hallucinations of large language models is decreasing, and people are also learning about how to use that. I think there will be a lot of interesting applications this year and last year, so we will see. So what is your take about the AI native applications? Please leave your comment below.